Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ava Jerome spotted an opportunity to punish Esme and took it. The General Hospital recap for Tuesday, January 9, 2024 shows Ava giving Esme a taste of her own medicine. And oh, was this payback as delicious as it gets. In this episode, Curtis put on a brave front for a chance to walk again, and Stella danced around her love for Marshall. When Gregory wanted to be platonic at the invader, Alexis responded similarly. Meanwhile, Sonny dropped in on Carly, and they opened up to one another. Now let's delve a little deeper into the details. A very bad girl, Ava, Maura West, arrived to the station to confront the person who had broken into her castle. She wasn't expecting to see Esme, so she was overjoyed. Esme delighted the baddie with her sob story, which included the same lies she earlier told Laura. Esme claimed that she was simply attempting to recover her memories. Unfortunately, her strategy failed, and now she was coming clean to do the right thing. Laura backed her up and urged Ava not to seek charges. Perhaps some community service will suffice. That was an absolute no-go for Ava. She insisted that Esme pay the price for this crime, especially because they were unable to prosecute her for all of her prior crimes. Dante had no choice but to handcuff Esme and take her away. All the while, Esme shouted out to Laura about how the mayor had promised this would not happen. Oops. Emotions ran high at Kelly's, but for very different reasons. Sonny arrived to check on Carly, and she cried to him about her mother. How would she inform the little girls? How would she survive without her mother? She did not have enough time with her as it was. Sonny offered to be with her every step of the way. They were and will always be family after all. Bobby may not have always loved him, but he held high regard for her. In fact, he recognized a lot of her in Carly, particularly when it came to motherhood. The two talked gently about Nina and what happened to Sonny's wounded knuckles. He was unhappy and Carly knew it. However, it was not the time to boast. Carly offered her help if Sonny needed a shoulder. Meanwhile, in Alex's office, she and Gregory reviewed the photos from their big jump. Alexis was prepared to do it again. Gregory wasn't. Thank you very much. Once was plenty. Gregory discussed their kiss and apologized for it. Alexis attempted to convince him she was not sorry and was open to more, but Gregory interrupted her. He needed a reliable buddy, which she was. He needed things to remain that way. Alexis accepted. Curtis and his family were apprehensive at the hospital as he was being prepared for surgery. This was a big event and his only chance at walking again, but was it correct? Curtis and Portia, Brooke Care, discussed the advantages and disadvantages with and without Dr. Martell. Finally, they determined Curtis was ready to take the jump. In the corridor, the family behaved similarly. Stella was being a Debbie Downer until Marshall threw a fit. He yelled and walked away, with TJ following closely behind. As the men talked, Marshall revealed that he, too, was scared sick. Back in the waiting area, Trina told Stella about the art program and her reluctance to attend. Stella put an end to her negative attitude. She pushed Trina to live her best life. Then Stella apologized to Marshall. He interpreted that as an invitation to discuss Christmas, but Stella was not ready. Thankfully, she was spared when Curtis was carried away, and they all went over to wish him luck before he entered the OR. A tragic day has arrived on GH. General Hospital spoilers for January 10, 2024 highlight the first installment of a memorial to former GH head nurse Bobby Spencer. Residents of Port Charles lament the loss of someone who has been a vital part of the town's fabric for over 4 decades. It will be an emotionally charged episode that you will not want to miss. Bobby's, Jacqueline Zeman, family, friends, and co-workers learnt last week of her gentle death. Since then, they've been dealing with the agony and anguish that comes with losing someone you deeply love and rely on unexpectedly. Unfortunately, her friends and family did not get to say farewell in person. She died in her sleep while in Amsterdam, settling Luke's affairs. But don't worry. The residents of Port Charles will have the opportunity to properly say goodbye to Bobby at the memorial service organized in her honor. Carly and Felicia have already felt the impact of this great tragedy. So far, at this early stage of mourning, they have sought support from people closest to them. Carly's sources of comfort have been separated: Drew, Michael, Joss, and Sunny. Carly and Elizabeth had a memorable time at Kelly's when they connected over their shared sadness. Felicia and Anna packed up Bobby's office at GH. Then she and Maxie went to BJ's cemetery to feel more connected to the woman they both loved. Expect Carly and Felicia to band together to remember Bobby. Carly may have to put her grief on wait, because she's about to face something that will require all of her power. Apparently, Carly will be forced to confront her family's past. Furthermore, she will be tasked with completing her mother's unfinished business. What is this going to entail? Will any of her friends or relatives be able to help her through this period of uncertainty? More importantly, will it allow her to feel closer to her mother and provide the closure she seeks? This is a tragic loss for the beloved actor. William Devery played the protective Storm Logan on the bold and the beautiful and enthralled General Hospital viewers with his depiction of Julian Jerome. Storm and Julian are no longer on our screens, but Devery's admirers consider him a social media pal. Now, his admirers are extending their support in light of the actor's recent personal loss. "Very sad news to share," Devery wrote on X, formerly known as Twitter. "Unexpectedly, Josie tragically saw her final Montreal Canadiens hockey game with me on Thursday. Only sharing because you have been such an important part of her rescue journey. Thank you to everyone who enjoyed her adventure." The well-known pet advocate's followers responded with sympathetic posts. "I am deeply sorry for your loss," commented Anita Atkinson. "I lost one of my rescued dogs last month. She died in my arms. I understand how sad you must feel. Hugs." Made it all worthwhile. Knowing they lived a good life, Devery reflected. Karen Powell wrote, "That hurts my heart. We just lost a puppy on Christmas Day, so I understand how you feel. They are in a better place now, but they will always be in our hearts." Powell included 4 heart emojis in her tweet. Almost 2 years ago, Devery published an Instagram photo of Josie with the simple but telling caption, "Adopt on Shop. Living the dream. Josie," which informs people that adopting from a kennel is a terrific way to find their new family member. The actor genuinely enjoys watching soap operas. After a brief spell on Port Charles as Tim, William Devery moved on to All My Children in 2003, where he played Michael Cambias. His performance on that show garnered him a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series in 2004. He later took on the role of Storm in B&B. That section ended after a few years when Storm sacrificed his own life so that Katie, who was dying, could win her brother's love. The plot was the centerpiece of the episodes B&B submitted to the Daytime Emmys in 2009, when it won its first award for Outstanding Drama Series. Following that, in 2013, Devery played the assumed dead Julian Jerome on General Hospital. He and co-star Nancy Lee Grahn had a tumultuous on-screen romance that was both passionate and destructive. Julian died in late 2020, following an intense battle with Sunny. Soap Hub extends sincere condolences to Devery during this difficult time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.